Okay, so we're gonna try something a little different, a different story. We're gonna talk about her name is Tory Spelling. Now Tory Spelling was part of um Beverly Hills 2000.0 or something like that. And she was married. I didn't know she was married, and then but she was married to excuse me, y'all. She was married to Dean. And I believe Dean is the guy who played in Beverly Hills 90210. Um, and he declared divorce. Now, let me read this real quick. Now, this is just an interesting story, and that's why I'm getting into it. It also talking about divorce, and nowadays all these women are talking about how the men things went left, and again divorce. They're walking away. They're not walking away from men, but they um, end up in a divorce or in a situation where they'll have to leave, and this is one of them. So, 3 days after Dean McDermott deleted his IG post announcing his divorce from Tory Spelling, the actress appeared to be moving some belongings into the friend's house. It said Spellings appeared to be moving into the friend's home with her children on June 21st in the photos, which you can see here. The actress was photographed arriving at a pal's house in Pasadena, California. Pasadena, California, with a car packed full of belongings and additional suitcases. The kids and Tory unloaded stuffed animals, tennis rackets, and more from the vehicle. Tory donned a yellow sweatshirt with the words, "What the actual F is going on?" written on the back along a black beanie. Oh, yeah, my heart goes out to the poor woman. Because her husband couldn't even tell her to her face. He had to put it on the IG account and take it down. But see, once you put it up, it's already out there. So if you erase it, people done see it. 50,000 people done seen it by now. This sighting comes just days after Toy's husband, Dean McDermott, announced on IG that they were ending their relationship after 18 years together and 17 years of marriage. It was, well, compared to some marriages I know in my family, yeah, okay. 17 years isn't as much, but yeah, it is enough, okay? I've been in a 15-year relationship, and that's really long. Yeah, but there was something else. It was a woman, Bob was a woman, not a man. It was great sadness and a very heavy heart that after 18 years together and 5 amazing children, Tori and I have decided to go our separate ways and start a new journey of our own. Well, she's going to start new journeys, new traditions, because her kids gonna need that. Her kids are gonna need stability, so they're going to have to she's going to have to, like, say on the holidays or any other time, she's going to really have to stand in the gap for the kids, especially if that guy does not come around anymore and just throw money at them. So yeah, that's unfortunate. And then I want you ladies to know, if you're getting a divorce, well, I say in the first place, if you're married, you should always prepare for the worst. So you should always prepare for situations like this, because one day that guy may have had enough of you, or you may have had enough of him, and you have kids in tow. You got to see, you got to look at how, the kids and how many you're going to have and everything, because you never know. This might be you. She has 4 children, and now she obviously had to find an emergency place to stay, because you're not going to stay where you're not wanted, okay? And so this white lady is no different. Tory. She's going to not stay where she's wanted. I mean, excuse me, she's not going to stay where she's not wanted, okay? And I'm not saying she's not wanted or rejected or anything. No, that's not what this is. She was married for 17 good years, and now they're done. That's all. See, things last for a season, okay? Things don't last forever. And girls expect things to keep going on forever, right? Well, it doesn't end up like that in a lot of cases, especially if this is her first marriage. She got young children, so that tells me it may be her first marriage. But now that she has to, to go because her dean already announced on IG that they were through. And so once it's been announced to the public, it's no going back. So she had to have an emergency run to get this. It looks like that was just her backup plan. That was her backup plan to go to her friend's house. Okay, so your backup plan might be different, but you're going to have to save enough money. Um, I don't know how you're going to do that because, this lady, she won the lotto. And then when she got the divorce, she didn't tell nobody that she had won the lotto as she got the divorce. And he found out, and now he got all of her money that she won the lotto. She didn't get a dime of it because she kept it to herself. She saved it up, and then he found out about it. So you got to be really careful with that kind of stuff. But it's always good to have an emergency plan. I don't know much about the what is that when you make a deal or something that you leave with your half and they leave with their half. Prenup. So I don't know much about the prenup, but I think that you could keep your own stuff that you came into the marriage with when you got that. So you can put the money that you were saving in that. But I don't know about when it comes to money if you can really do that or not. But you're going to have to find out some way that you can keep your money and still have money saved. Because you don't want to be in a position where, you have to rely on the family, friends to help you. Instead, you could, you'd have that money saved. So if she had like $24,000 saved, okay, over the course of the marriage, all right, then when this happened, she could have taken that money, a roll of money, went to the hotel, and stayed there for a couple of days, and then arranged to, look for a new place and all. You see what I'm saying? And acquire some properties. Or the woman can hold on to her apartment. Excuse me, not her apartment. Hold on to her property. So if you're living in a house or you're living in a living quarter that you have to pay a mortgage, you should be able to keep that property. So I don't know about the prenup too much, but I think that's where you can keep those assets. See, and that man, he's going to complain. He's going to complain because he's going to want you to sell your property and your belongings so that you have nowhere else to go. Because that's what they do. They will always bring up the fact that you still hold on to your place and they still hold on to your independence, right? Uh, in the marriage, and their whole disposition is to make you get rid of all your stuff. They'll say, "Oh, I don't know, baby. What you want to keep? You want to hold on to that, even though you're living with me?" I mean, they'll try to guilt you out of coming up out of your stuff. So you want to be sure that you're not being taunted up out of your stuff, because once you let that man tell you, "Oh no, you're gonna still hold on to stuff while you're living with me," and you sell the stuff, you're gonna have nothing to rely on. I saw this with one of my own friends. She was bisexual, and then she met a guy, put her down for being bisexual, meaning that he beat her down, mentally, so that she could be with him, and she went and married him. Okay. and she was Asian and he was white. And he was a hothead, and her daughter ended up being a hothead just like him. And then he became kind of inconsolable and had a temper. And so when she found this out, it's too late to go now. She's married to him. She doesn't have a child with him, and she's married. She has attachment with him, right? So that's not so easy bond to break. Because once y'all have, you got to decide who you, okay? You got to decide the right guy. Because once you have children, you're hitched to them. I don't care if you're with them or not. You're hitched to them in some type of way. It's like a soul tie. And she done had 4 of them. So, and I'm not criticizing for that. It's just that now she has to find room and board for them. And she still has mouths to feed, regardless of them leaving. You know, the dad wasn't going to take them with them, you know. Um, he'll let her have them as long as he could. They try to fight her in court if he's that petty, you know. Um, but yeah, you have to have a backup plan. You can't go out this willy-nilly, you know. Love or whatever you think that you're getting from marriage is not guaranteed. It's never a guarantee. So you have to be prepared, and it's more than just saving some money. You know, you should have some contacts in order, a whole village of people that will help you out. Now, she has her friend that will help her out. And so that's part of the preparation. But if this was real preparation, she would have been able to just put up a wad of money and go to the hotel for that night and then go get her something to go live in, you see. And it looks like one of her boys is almost, in a couple of years, would be 16 or something. He could go get a job. You know what I'm saying? So there's several things you could do. I'll try to research more to see what you can do to prepare for situations like this, because I really want to know, first of all. Second of all, I really want to help some of these women out, because I know a lot of people are going through these kind of things right now, and how, how a lot of men and women, some of them want to turn away from marriage. Some of them want to be married still. And some of them are in marriages, and they can't, they feel like they're stuck. You're not stuck. You're just used to a certain pattern sometimes that they have you in. So, and that pattern has to be broken. The chain's got to be broken. So, and that's what that is, okay? I'll talk to you later. Ciao.